They doing Gucci. How's it That's late and more my laptop over here. So we can get it right. Um, broadcast. Yeah, because it's going through my yes. Hello. There we go. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that microphone died or what. But this one looks like it's working. I see the audio source going. Hey, it's real. Thanks for following. There it is. Hey, Andrew. Oh, yeah. Going down on one knee to go to the desk is not the play. All right. Got everything up. grab my bin of parts from under the desk. I really love how this turned out. This is Polymaker Galaxy Black and Polymaker White ABS. And the multicolor skirts just look so good. Think of getting this kit myself. There's a few things that people have had issues with, but it's nothing major. Um, where is it? If I can find the right part. Um, both myself and Modbot, if you were in his stream earlier today, the supports that are in this piece, this gap, the built-in supports, were, oh, excuse me, really rough to remove. I had to pull out the X-Acto knife and very carefully get it cut out. But, all right. Looks like we just need one heat set for this one. I do XY conversion for my CR10S5. Kyle, talk to Jeff. He got his. We did a conversion for his CR10S5. Yeah, this for the Beast would be really good because you have all the room in the world for extra, like, purge towers and everything like that. Is this kit hot and agnostic? Yes and no. You can do it with both tip forming, where you do extrude, retraction, extrude, and it forms a tip on the filament itself, so it comes out smoothly and feeds smoothly. What I'm actually doing with this kit is going with the what's it called? The Filametrix. So this is a kit for a like bamboo style filament cutter within the tool head. So you get a clean flat cut of filament every time. You do waste a bit more. Um, yeah, you do waste a bit more filament doing that because you have to purge all that color out from the top of the tool head all the way down. So this is the ultra high flow setup. So you have the extra long melt zone. So it's going to cut right here, and you have to purge all that filament from the top, or from the top of the hot end to the nozzle. So it is a bit more wasteful, but it is a lot more reliable setup. You'll waste less if you don't use an ultra high flow hot end. Is this easy to set up in Klipper? From what I've seen, it's pretty easy to set up. I haven't actually gotten to that part yet, but it's just installing a plugin, which is SSHing in and getting that set up. And then adjusting a few values on either if you're doing a filament cutter, tip forming, and things like that. I actually have a wiper that I also have and that I just installed in this printer behind me to get that set up. Oh, I took too long and my iron fell asleep, and so did the laptop. Hey, Blasto. I believe there is a mod for a cutter in the box turtle or near it, but that's wasting even more filament. Yeah. Nice little heat set in there. Next on this. Next on that. Song with shears for parallel. All right. So from what I saw in Modbot stream, I only need these three on top because the tray that I printed has the little bar here on either side that's attached with those pre-printed in. Yeah, but so you have to do something with that malformed tip when you get it cut. With the setup that I'm doing right now, it's already in the hot end, and you just extrude it out or purge it into the block. That goes back in the tray, goes back under, and I'm going to pull this a little bit closer. Can you guys hear the music? I hope not, because it's not copyright free. I have music going so I don't lose audio. Don't hear music. Good, good, good. So it's now do everything 4 times per the stream. This voice is in my head. I feel you. I was going to go with tip forming, and then I learned that this kit was including the filamentric setup. And I was like, oh, that'll be easy. What's up, Kat? What are you doing? I did print with a brim. Easy access to. Clean that up a little bit. Yeah, I've seen quite a few people with success with it. There has been like binary issues, like I said. Some of you probably weren't in Modbot stream a couple hours ago, but the built-in supports have been just a little tight. And I do have the profile tuned for this filament, so I was a little bit surprised how tight it was. Yeah, I love the instructions. Where can I do it? Like the instructions for this is amazing. They really did a great job on this whole entire kit. I'm just rubbing it on the desk to make sure it's flat and everything goes in smoothly. Ugh. Clean this up a bit. Um, Probably not. We tried to be. I reached out to Jason, and they're not looking for resellers for the kit. If we were gonna carry the kit, we would do the parts as well, but probably not. Um, we may look into carrying the Big Tree Tech VVD because that will be more drop-in replacement. It's a similar implementation. I mean, if people want us to print parts for it, they can reach out via a ticket and we can do a custom print job for them. But it's not going to be like a product page on the site. You're telling me to wait. Jeff, you know you can just reach out if you need anything printed. Um, Wait for the Big Tree Tech one. I'm going to try both, but so far, um, just from building what I've built of the kit so far, I'm super pleased, and it matches. Like I might do a box turtle for each of my tridents behind me, and then the VVD on the S2E08 over here. That's smooth. That up a bit. My favorite heat sets. Yeah, I like choices too. I like to play with stuff. I like to experiment. Oof. Nope, that's upside down. But I am really glad to see that there's so many different kits coming out that it's not like the Prusa MMU3 or um, having to buy a bamboo A1, X1, or P1 to get multicolor. Because those were like you could do the 3D chameleon, but the 3D chameleon is not a bad option. Originally, it was not great because you can potentially damage drivers. And we said with our easy boards, if you use the chameleon on it, um, if you kill a driver because it hot swaps them, we're not covering it because that's not how you're supposed to do um, swapping. What is this cat doing? All right, this is going quick. Wow. Wow. What are you doing? Why are you crying? All right, so this is going to be the hub, micro switch bearing, and M3 by 10. Ziggy, what are you doing, dude? Here it is. You're gonna switch over to the Nigger's hot end setups that have the cutter integrated. Uh, David, yes. If I do the VVD on the SVO8, I will switch over to Nigger's hot end. I've talked to Nadir and I've pretty much kept up with a lot of the hot ends and stuff he's been doing with the SVO8. They look great. So I'll move those. Put that. So the gears. Yes, buddy. Wow. Can you guys hear the cat? Wow. I want to pick you up, bud, but you're a little shit. You're not a fan of that. Oh yeah, Nadir has gone all out on the SVO8, and it's great to see it. He's popped in our chat a couple times. All right, you can't see the or can't hear the cat. And 3 by 10. Hey, 3D Medic Vince. How's your night going? Yeah, it's a lot. It's not bad. I know a lot of people have had issues with them here and there. I've had a few things happen. Nothing like crazy bad where it destroys the printer, but like I've had the magnetic cover for the hot end pop off a few prints and ruin them. The first layer isn't always consistent, but we're looking into things for that. Right, micro switch, the hub, the bearing, got all that. Yeah, there's pretty much fixes for everything right now for it. We're just going to pop the bearing in there. I know, I think it, I can never remember his channel. The next layer or the first layer. I think, but Nadir was hanging out with him the other night on a live stream. Of course, I grabbed the wrong screw every time. Getting Nadir's hot end and tool changer set up on the SVO8. Doing a lot of changes to it. So these tools were added over the weekend. And I have them printed right here. Somewhere. For the so tightening the bolts made their bed a lot flatter. What's his name? Why am I blanking? Wade over at Mandela Roseworks has a bed replacement for the SVO8. Yeah, I would get it directly through Solvol if you're gonna get it. I think people are over the slice engineering stuff, and it's more on flaming bamboo now. I have my where is it? My lovely rubber mallet that I told Modbot to grab. Yeah, bamboo is the new slice engineering at this time. Now the fun part. We gotta pop off the little rubber bits here. Is this the right tool for this? Yes, I just had it in the wrong direction. Yeah, Mandela Roseworks has a replacement. He showed it to us, and it looks pretty good. I'm really glad these are high quality fittings because the cheap plastic ones would not survive this. I'm just saving my fingers and just using the hammer at this point because I know it works. Yeah, not really happy with bamboo. I've had Yeah, it's not cheap. It's almost as much as a new printer, but they are nice beds. Like, they are going to be flat when you get them. Not that you should need them for, like, big company made printer. Um, what do you think about background checks for buying a 3D printer? It is so dumb. Like, you should not need Are you required to, get a background check for a CNC or a lathe? No. And you can do a lot more with those for what they're afraid of than, what you can do with 3D printer. It is just very stupid. Um, Pretty sure I already did this step. I haven't figured that out yet, given time. Yeah, it's because people are, like, 3D printing stuff, and it's quick and easy, but where is it? I can find out where the camera is. So I already removed the stuff off of that. I knew they were breakaway sports, so I just pulled them off after I got them off the printer. Alright, so we're doing the fan. Oh, I should be able to sit here a lot easier tonight because I put my, as long as they don't tell my wife how much I spent. Yeah. Alright, so blades out. and then M3 by 16. I do wish they did a tray, like LDO did a tray like they do for like the boron kits and stuff like that, instead of just throwing 30 bags in a box and calling it, "Hey, Nemo." Um, I've looked at them, but it's kind of the same thing as like the Mandela beds. They are crazy expensive when even the thermal expansion on like my 350 and my 300 bed is negligible at best. It's not even a layer height. 5 2.0. Yeah, you can get a cheap, relatively cheap, like Voron bed and throw it on there and get a um like Canovo heater. This in the box, so it's out of the way. These are just threading. Oop, oh, don't lose that. Threading into plastic. Like my SU8 plate has been, honestly, it's pretty flat. It's just that the probe is kind of crap. But I'll be testing different probes on it. Like I have a Big Tree Tech Eddy, I think the USB version around here somewhere. So I could use, um, or I can get a small capacitive probe that works. Not the Eddy. I used the Eddy on my Mercury 1 and didn't have any real issues with it. The pain was setting up the thermal compensation. That was my biggest pain, and the guides at the time when it was new was not great, but that's Big Tree Tech for you. This one behind me is using a what is it? The cartographer, and that works pretty good. Where is it? Bed mesh. So right now it's doing the Z tilt. All right, nice little cooling fan setup. I don't know if you guys can hear the actual printer, but like it probes quick. I'm happy with it so far. I haven't. The main issue I have with this printer is I need to pull apart the hot end and check the gearing because I believe the grub screw was a little loose when I put it in. So this is the part that I saw in Modbots chat that a lot of people had issues with. So on his stream, I pulled these apart to check to see how bad they were. And I had to pull out my X-Acto knife to cut along the edge to get it done. Because most of it is stuck in there. After I got like halfway through, it was where it pulled out fine, but I just could not get it out without cutting it out. And there we go. That bed mesh is done. Did 2 passes, so 1 forward, 1 back. All right. Put that in the box. So I have those done. Let's grab now the fun part, extrusions. These are the short extrusions. Probably won't need that for a bit. But those are for the corner or the sides and main extrusions. Do I have my knife here? Eddie's Go Tech. I like the Eddie setup. It's well, it's not capacitive or not inductive. I think it's inductive, but it's better than the inductive probes that are out there. Type of inductive, I believe. Have some of that support. Well, it's not. It's built-in support, so it's still even if I did like support in a different material, I'd have to painstakingly go through and like paint it on for just those certain parts. How do I submit a notice for the easy bail instructions to use a quick update? Send us a ticket at support@th3dstudio.com and I can change it this week if there's an issue with them. No version without anything built in then. Modbot, we were talking about that to the dev of the Armor Turtle. The box we were talking to Armor Turtle about that, who is the dev for the box turtle. 3DP. Hey dude. How do I make a War on print? Mine's printing. Not very well, but it's printing. Hey dude. How's it going, man? We'll probably need these open as well. Yeah, the supports are built in, so it would be a pain to do like paint on supports. But we were talking to him about releasing a version where it's built in or like do your own supports. But it's like you can't please everybody and somebody's gonna complain about everything. Make sure the laptop doesn't go off. In the trash with those. Now I need find my corner bits. These don't need these bits. Like all these trays to keep organized, but I kind of put too much in some of the boxes. I'm doing Polymaker Galaxy Black and Polymaker White, and I am super pleased with how it turned out. This is a Logitech cam, so it's not going to focus at all, but it's going to look great. It's going on my 350 behind me. And that is a black and white build. I haven't settled on a name for it yet. I think it's going to be like Trooper or something like that. Something dumb and funny. All right, so I need M5 by 16. Those are going to be some. I can actually spread stuff out now. M5 by 16. Yeah, it's going to match well. I already have the feet printed to attach it to the Voron. Jax, yeah, we were just talking about that. I did have trouble just like Modbot was having earlier today. And during his stream, I sat down and tried to remove them. Had a bit of issues. But I did get them out. I just used an X-Acto knife to pull them out. Yep, that was me. I'm usually always in I hang out in the streams while I work. Saying hi to everybody, keeping up to date. Yeah, especially with this project, I wanted to see what issues people were having with it. As I built it. This one, I need one of these, I believe. Do not want the fans within them. PETG glass fiber. I'm testing the difference between PETG, CF. Yeah. A lot of the filled filaments, glass fiber, carbon fiber, you do sometimes want to print a bit hotter. That's not the right one. Here it is. Oh yeah, this is gonna look. That's gonna look good. I'm happy with that. I actually got some what was it bamboo. I had to get a longer cable for my AMS, so I grabbed some bamboo glass filled ABS as well. I'm actually going to be reprinting the shoot, can't see it. This wrong one. The stealth press here. I'm going to be reprinting that soon. Yeah, it is a bit higher than typical. printing. When I was printing the fiber on, I was like, this is a tad warm at 350. Psoriatic. I have some the psoriatic stuff. I love that stuff too. But it's just I was placing an order on Bamboo's site, and I didn't want to get um just the cable extension for my AMS because I'm printing a riser for it, and I have the screen. If you see right here, I have the AMS on the side, so I want an extension for when I put the riser underneath it. Yeah, the core stuff is kind of wild. Where it's like an outer sheath of stuff. I actually have some stuff that I was testing from a supplier that is PLA with a carbon fiber core. It's good stuff, but it was not perfect. Like I had a few issues in there. It's kind of kind of not like super expensive, but it was I saw people having issues with it. So we didn't grab it. Let's see. Uh, this is the next step. I'm 3 by 10. Couple rolls of glass filled. I like the exotic filaments a lot. Like, let's see. I have Psoriatic. I think it's glass filled ABS or ASA. I have Fiberon, PPSCF, which is crazy filament, and I like it, but I'm only getting it when I win a giveaway for Polymaker filament, so it's half as much. So it's just a normal roll of fancy filament costs instead of $70. Next PLA glass fiber from Fadis. Tried on multiple printers. Um, the higher percentage, like that's 25% glass fiber. That's a lot. I think our carbon fiber filament is 15% carbon fiber. Polymaker's Fiberon is 10%. The higher percentage of filler you have, like glass fiber, carbon fiber, what have you, the more issues you're going to have. It's more likely to clog, it's more likely or to need more heat, this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, I put this on backwards. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Fadis stuff, but that is it has its place, but it's not something we would carry. Calls for 300 to 340. Yep. The PPSCF I'm printing at 350. Back in my day, you didn't print anything that hot. Hey, Shrimp Father, how you doing, dude? Did I print? Put this on wrong twice. This corner. I was reading chat. Everybody's coming to hang out. Conch hot end. Yep, I have the conch hot end in my. As soon as we got them in to sell, I grabbed the conch plus, and I've been printing with it almost nonstop. I think I have probably like 200 hours on it so far, and no issues with it whatsoever. I It's a bummer that you can't change out the nozzle on it like ours, but honestly, I almost never change the nozzle anyway. Wait, you guys, what? What? I've always wanted to ask, what shrimps do you guys have? I have a bunch of Neocaridina that have. Hey Tom, that I've had for years now. Like I'm, that's gonna look really good. Pulls back. Little OCD with it, so I can see the values. Boys, I've wanted Soalies, but they just don't. I don't think they would go well with my setup. Yeah, like all of these nozzles and stuff are getting crazy expensive. All right, done with that for now. This, that. Oh, I have these. All these going. I have 11 tanks at the moment. I have one 55-gallon tank set up right now. At most, I've had 5 different tanks going at the same time, but I just condensed them all down to the single 55-gallon. I just didn't want to deal with that many tanks at once. Let's go this way a little bit. It is Creality silicon carbide on the way. Ooh. I just love Veda stuff. I gotta say. I've always had great results with everything Fadus. I have like 3 or 4 of the BMS or BMOs, whatever the V6 equivalent is. A bunch of those. I have now 2 Rapidos, one or Rapido 2s. One of them is the standard, one of them is the ultra high flow, which are in these 2 printers behind me. Try the Apis. I have the Apis on my desk. I've made mounts for it. I haven't actually put it on a printer. Like I love the design of it though. I'm doing 3D print. I've done a few 3D prints. Like I did like a little like hide for my what are they called? The coolie loaches. I have a couple coolie loaches that I printed a thing for, and They work well. I haven't had any like shrimp die from it, and no fish die from it. I think I did. Oh, also my filter for my tank, um, the inlet cover is printed. I designed and printed a thing in carbon fiber ABS, I think. Carbon fiber something. Decorations. I mean, I've seen a ton of 3D printed stuff in tanks already. So if it was really bad, I think we would see it in a lot of the groups. It out of food grade PETG. Yeah. Yeah, PETG would probably be the best option. I just don't have a lot of PETG. I don't print a lot of it. I haven't in a number of years. At this point, 99% of my prints are ABS. Even if it's decorative, it's ABS. That came out well. Yeah, every filament has its place. Like I used to actually before switching over to ABS, PETG was my go-to. Printing anything. Yeah, the first PLA I've printed in a while, David, was the stuff I won on your stream. Yeah. That under here. Let's see what's next. This one back. Did I? Oh, I put those on backwards. Mine's printing, but boy, is it under extruding. I'm not really dealing with it until I build the Filamentrix hot end, so it has the cutter in it. Because why fix it when I'm just going to be taking it apart in a few days, anyways? But yeah, I've gotten a couple flow prints out of it. A really horrible looking benchy. I think the gear, the feed gear is mislined, or I didn't tighten the grub screw enough, so it's slipping. Well, originally I wasn't planning on upgrading it. I was just going to use it and print it 350, or yeah, as just a big 350 printer. But then I got the box turtle, and I was like, I will need more room for purge towers and whatnot. If I do multicolor stuff, I don't need the 300 cube because the one behind me is 350, 350 by 250. I'm not really a fan of it being shorter Z, little squat boy. USB EBB. I would have went with the what's it called? I was saying to go with the I thought I'd put that on backwards again. The Nighthawk. Actually, speaking of Nighthawks, I have another one here. And I should have another cartographer here. Yeah, Nighthawk is good. I have hundreds of hours on the Nighthawk. Oh, Jason disliked my post. Nice. Um, now I'm putting side extrusions on that I have had to go back, fix. Don't slow my down, my build. It will be printing soon. I've set up CAN bus like behind my laptop here. I have just a little setup where it's nothing's in a printer. It's just a bunch of parts separated. And I finally got a Calico Danger Clipper set up. I got the CAN bus set up finally on that just to say I've done it. And if I ever have customers that have issues or need us to set up CAN bus, it's something I can do and I've learned now. But yeah, compared to doing USB, it is so much more work to do. After I put in the Nighthawk, it's like this is so much. There's so much superiority over USB. Don't want to cross thread. Like on my SV08 on the Seaboard Trident, it has CAN bus. It's already set up. Everything's already pre-flashed, so I don't have an issue with it because it's already done. But there's so much more work to do on CAN bus. Whereas USB is just plug in USB, set up another MCU, just like you did with the original mainboard. Oh, don't drop a screw. Those are lined up. And this, oh, there we go. Oh, this thing's coming together and I'm happy. Props to the Box Turtle team and LDO because this thing looks amazing. Oh, I didn't update this one. So I'm running two guides at once. One for you guys to see in the corner, and the other one on my laptop so I can actually read it. So I got to make sure I'm running everything in parallel. And now for the fun part. Top revamp. Uh, I need to like clean up and rearrange my office a bit, but I just did another shelf like this one behind me, this one right here. I just put together, and that's why I have this, my rubber mallet, because it came with the kit for my shelving unit, and it has been very, very helpful. All right, I'm doing this the right way. Yeah, catch all for pulling parts. It happens. Oh boy. I should have set up one of my electric screwdrivers for this. Yeah, can confirm there's always scope creep with most projects. Like, ooh, I could do this. Ooh, I can do that. 6 months later, stuff isn't done. I shouldn't have added so much stuff. My cats probably aren't in here and probably aren't happy with me because their cat bed currently has trays of parts covering the cat bed. Yeah, parts holder bed. Exactly. See, you get it. Oh, this is looking. I am super pleased with that. They did a really great job with this setup. I don't like that I can't do the mesh skirts in this, but oh wait, I'm done with this section. Going for an hour. Let's see. Frame, we did the extruders. We're going to be doing the re-spoolers now. Really starting those tonight. Yeah, I've looked through the guides just to make sure. Wonder if it would fit into the AMS chassis. Oh, here. Oh, the old man legs shaking when you're getting up. Let me just check this. This is compared to an AMS. It is just ever so slightly wider, like maybe 10 millimeters on either side. Oh, but where is it? Like that's coming together. I'm like this game. I, I'm I'm ecstatic about this. How many of them can technically run on a machine? From what I saw, the software said it was like 64 trays, which is kind of nutty. And you can set like the LDO kit comes with um, the 4 tray setup, just like the bamboo and whatnot. But you can have one of these set up with like 5, 10, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trays all in one unit. All right. So, sad to see that get set off to the side, but we're on the next step. 80 millimeter shafts. They want us to check the 80 millimeter shafts. Something just fell on the ground, and I don't know what it was. I know I put those in there. There. Those. I need the bearings that are stuck on magnets. This is one thing I don't like about the what's it called? Yeah, that's going to be a lot of filament changes. And I'm using the ultra high flow, so that's a lot of purge. Knocking stuff over. Doing the sanity check. Yeah, these should be fine. But yeah, what I was saying is that's one thing I really like or didn't really like about the Mercury 1 kit, that you had to sand all the metal shafts down because the bearings were just too tight to fit on. This is what we're working on right now. So I got the kit from West 3D, and because they were delayed multiple times, where'd they go? There. I was upgraded to rubber wheels on them. I actually want to pull these out and kind of stretch those out to the right size. So instead of these being TPU printed, they're injection molded rubber, which I like. But this is like a $10 upgrade if you buy the kit from like Fabrico or West 3D, or I think KB 3D has them as well. Let's get these out, get these not so squished. I don't need the feet because I'm going to be doing the hard mount to the top of the Trident. But I lost a foot. Not that I need it. Those out, get those off to the side so they're not squished up in the box. But yeah, do you want to do this 64 times for each tray? These out. This out. I think it's this bit here. Bend back down. Removes that one. So this you just pop off the 3D printed part or 3D printed supports. There we go. Yeah, their 3D printed supports are tight. They kind of merge with the part. Heat sets. So let's see. One on the bottom of either side, two on the sides of that, and one in the back of that. Heat up the iron again. Let's get that going. Got a few BQ things for my X1C, and I'm not impressed. I have the Ben 2C version. I'm assuming you by BQ mean Big Tree Tech. I was looking at their lightweight their CNC extruder setup. I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to, because mine's working. I have the TH3D like RNC nano coated gears in it, and it's been working good. So I've been happy with it, and I don't want to mess with it because it's working, and I would like to keep it working. Because even through all the crap Bamboo is doing, my P1S is a reliable printer, and I'd like to keep it that way. That's why I'm not updating it. How much is a TH3 bed adhesive? What is it? $15? Uh, bed. The small bottles are okay. The 50 millimeters are 12, and the 100 millimeters are 22. But Dave, so here's our bed cement. With the don't get me wrong, I do love Vision Miner, and I've used it for years. But Vision Miner doesn't have that as a tip, where you just flip it over, dab it down, and wipe it around. You don't have to use that stupid brush, because I've had so many of those brushes like just lose bristles on the bed, and I have to like pick them out of the adhesive. Yeah, that was my biggest complaint. So I tested like 15 or 20 different variations of applicators, from like ball rollers for makeup and stuff like that. Yeah. Plus, it solidifies. With this, you don't have that problem. Yeah, Dave. Even if you switch back to Vision Miner, just use our bottles. But it's pretty similar to Vision Miner. It's an alcohol based bed adhesive, where it releases when it's cool and holds when it's hot. Do question mark AFF equals 1. I am the first affiliate because I was doing the testing for it. Ow. And actually, dude, even though I work for TH3D, I can use affiliate links, because I actually use it to track if I'm talking to people in our tickets or live chat, to see if I actually made a sale or if they did something else. Here, 1 second. Oh, I want to stand up anyways. Oh, good. Question mark F equals 1. There you go, chat. I don't have access to. I'd run a giveaway, but I have to wait for Tim because he has access to the bots. I don't have access to the bots. Um, I could just give away stuff, but it'd be really unfair because it would be just me picking people's names in chat. I don't think Tim would be happy about that. Oh, son of a gun. I forgot my mouse. Oh, I need another mouse for streaming. That's not a full mouse. Form worse to my text. I have commission approved. Thanks for grabbing that, David. I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to clean the bed before use, though. Especially if you used like Vision Miner or anything else like that. So it's a clean test and not swapping between them. So now I have. This is another part that was printed that I'm not super happy with because the overhangs. Oh, it's white film on camera. It's not going to pick up. But the overhangs were. Hey, Ladybug. Um, not great. I haven't tried the Big Tree Tech, but I have the for the X1 P1 ducks. I have the what's it called? The Ben 2C. I have both of them. From Ben 2C. I think it was the not the conch. It started with a C or the Nautilus or something like that. That one I had issues with, but the Ben 2C one that looks exactly like the Panda Bamboo Loves Panda version, that one is what I'm using now, and it's been solid. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, I gotta lean over. Oh wait, I gotta update the guide page. So yeah, so I didn't see my mouse. Uh, this edge was a bit of a steep overhang, and you can't print it like this with this facing this face on the bed. So I wasn't a fan of that, but it's not gonna really affect functionality. So I'm not reprinting them a second time. Just waiting for the hot end to heat up. Okay, that's good. That's one. All right, I'm just going to make these fully one at a time instead of doing one step, moving on to the next one step, doing the next ones with that same step and over and over and over. David, from what I've seen from mine and Tim's, the ducts and the fans are the same. It's just the connectors are different. For the 50-15 fans that are the layer fans. Yeah, I don't know why they swapped connectors between the X1 and P1, even though they are the same setup. The only difference between their hot ends is the carbon came with the hardened steel stock and the LiDAR, but the P1 has the stainless steel. But from everything I've seen, they are the same fans, the same ducts. It's just the covers are slightly different because you have the LEDs in the X1. Actually, Dave, do you have both? 3D and P. 3D and T, not P. Can I do both? Yeah. The X1 and the P1, or do you just have a bunch of P1s? P1s and A1s. Yeah, it's just more SKUs for them to handle. So I find it as kind of dumb. But then again, I'm used to Creality where they have the exact same hot end set up on the CR10, CR10S, Ender 3, Ender 5, Ender 5 Plus. It's just a slightly different mounting for the 3s and 5s. Oh, Auden's falling asleep. It's like, why is this not inserting the heat set? Oh, come on. I can tell when it's in because it stops and my finger starts getting hot. But yeah, for my talks with Tim about it and being on a call with him and us going over the printers, X1 and P1 are about the same besides the touchscreen and a few other minor things. But as for the hot end setups, they're the same. It's just the connectors. Mainboard is a minor. Yeah. Mainboard different. I mean, it's not needed. I have the Panda Touch, and I use it for reference for 90% of the time. I control it all from my computer. Uh-oh. That did not go in as straight as I wanted it to. There we go. Like, yes, you can do the X1 plus firmware, but you don't gain as much as you would think. Actually, since I've been having 3D and P's, 3D and T's. I don't know why I say P's. 3D and P, Jesus. 3D and T's shorts coming up on my feed a lot. I saw that he was running the Panda Touch with mount that mounts up right next to the stock mount. And I looked for it and found it and printed that out. So I'm copying him a bit, and I like it. It works well because before I just had the stock mount on top. Two more stalking me. Hey, it's not my fault. YouTube is recommending me your stuff. If anything, it's a good thing. And it is a nice setup. I actually have two of them. And the Klipper Touch is over here on my desk, so I can look at the Klipper machines, and the Panda Touch is on the printer itself. I have one of those little ESP screens as well. That's what I tried right before the Panda Touches came out. Honestly, Panda Touch is vastly better. It is vastly better. Those little ESP screens are horrible. Someday I'll be finished with this step. A little bit further. Yeah, honestly, I just view everything through Orca. Just go through the device tab, and that's more than enough for me. All right, have a good one, David. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Or sorry, Dave. I saw David's message right beneath yours. Uh, there's a larger screen you can open source. It's just that type of screen itself is cheap. All right, finally on to the next step, but I don't have to go back. So apparently there's a tool. Did I print? Apparently on Saturday, they added more tools, but I don't know if I have this one printed. I have the feet for the 350, and there goes one of them. So I'm actually going to put those over there. So they're out of my way. Not filling up my box. I do not have this tool. So we're going to go with the old-fashioned method of banging it in with the hammer and hope I don't break anything. Even with the controversy about it, Bamboo Connect app lets me monitor much easier than Studio Orca. Can you use it in LAN only? And is it? There goes that. There we are. Yeah. So I forgot to print this little holder. I'm just gonna bang it in. Still on cloud base. Oh no. Popped off the little bottom bit. Oh, I should have went back and checked. I'm gonna smack my finger. Yeah, you can't see that. Yeah, I don't like this. The jig is a quick print. Oh, hey, Thunder Keys. It is, but my bamboo, which has the 0.4 nozzle, it's doing like a 10-hour print right now. But see, hammer. It's just that I don't hit it hard enough, so it pops out. I'm trying to think what's tall enough. There we go. Yeah, the jig would be nice. And that was one that was added on Saturday. Worst part of the whole build. Yeah. Honestly, everything else besides the same thing Daniel ran into earlier today with the support removal. I had the same issue, so I used an X-Acto to cut them out. It's this part. These are tuned profiles for Polymaker filament. It's just, it's designed so once these go in, they don't come out. Because that would be a mess of filament. So I understand it. I hate it. Yeah, exactly. You do not want them coming out. I've had where I've worked on the AMS and didn't fully seat the tubing back in, and come back to I was printing carbon fiber, so it was like 5 meters of carbon fiber filament that was just snapped in the bottom of the AMS body. I want to do this way. All right, it's not all the way in, but it's enough where I can get the jig. Here, you know what? Wait. 0.6 nozzle will be fine for the jig. It'll just make it go faster. Oh. In an actual chair again. All right. Fox turtle main thunder keys. Also, if you guys don't know, thunder keys in chat is thunder keys armor turtle. Tools. Is this it? Because I printed these two. Wouldn't it technically be the respooler helper, not the motor mount helper? Motor mount helper. Okay, thank you. Making sure. Downloads. Yeah, it's for the N20 motor. Okay. Trident, 300, 6mm nozzle. Oh, I see. Yeah. Splice plate. $15. I mean, I'm glad I'm printing it on the Voron instead of the bamboo, because it would take as long to print the part as it's going to be to do the calibration and everything. If I can skip this step for now. Yeah, I can add magnets. Magnets I can do. Oh, back to the child's chair. Grab. In. All right, for now, I will go back to this part and I will start pulling out magnets. If I lose a magnet, I probably have like 500 of these around my office. A little benchy. Don't want to be too strong magnets. I have the same ones that are in the kit. Same size and strength. MG long shot. Hello, hello. Beautiful. Trying to make sure the magnets don't roll away. I have to do 4 sets of these. I'll grab the other ones. Do the heat sets. Do all the other fun stuff that's required. Each one is kind of organized. A bit of an assembly line. Funny to do. Even if I have to reprint this little tool. Well, not reprint, but print in the first place. Oh, excuse me. Get that done. But yeah. I don't know if you guys were here, but I am super pleased with how this is looking and coming out. The white and black, Polymaker white and Polymaker Galaxy black ABS. I just helped them out. I mean, you're the one on the GitHub. It's your name there, so. But no, it's cool. Yeah, you're not the lead dev, but you're helping. That's even then. Thank you for stopping by. Sleeping, wake up. Yeah, the only real complaint that I have is the built-in supports, same as Daniel, are built in to not come out. Other than that, I've been super pleased with everything in the kit so far. And I probably plan on TS100. This is a TS100, and I also have a Pine Cell. Or TS101. No, this is the original TS100. I don't remember the differences between the 100 and 101, but I'm pretty sure they are minor at best. A little bit more. That's good. On either side. Yeah, I love the stealth press from Iconic Fab. I was actually talking to him in Modbot stream earlier about changes to this. things he could add. I actually have the well tray as well, full of inserts for all the projects. But I'm using the ones in the kit. Laptop's going off. Yeah, it's a separate. I think it was $5 purchase, but hey, it helps him pay for film to test all these things and get stuff done. He's also working on a pod end setup as well. I don't mind. Trying to keep all these together. Hey, armor turtle. It's going well. I forgot the tool. One of the tools that was added over the weekend. I forgot one of them, even though we talked about it on Daniel's stream. But it's going very well. I am super pleased with how that's coming out. Off to the side with it again. That's the real armor. Yeah. Like somebody got a ping in Discord for that. No. Like you guys did an amazing job on the guides for this thing. Yeah, armored. I had the same issue as Daniel. I had to use an X-Acto, but during his stream, I was checking it to verify and had to use an X-Acto knife to cut them out. That is my only real issue that I've had so far, besides forgetting prints. That's a user error, not an issue with the parts. Like the break off supports for all these parts, these were all really easy to snap off. It was just the corners that I had issues with. So maybe we can find a happy medium. Yeah. I mean, I want to build. I want both of these tridents to have one, depending on how well the software works out. But that's not really on you guys for it. I want to have one on each of the tridents. Yeah, see, I forgot to pop this one off, and I could pop it off really easily. It was just those built in on the corners that I needed to cut like halfway through with a X-Acto knife before they were willing to give way. Just shared a couple of different takes on that part with like Steve Bills and others, so make them. Yeah, I'm sure Steve would have a few ideas because they. Do they have? No, I don't think they have any built-in supports. But that's like the Voron Ethos or whatever it is. where it's no print without supports. And design around that. Hey Jerry, how's it going? It's one thing I don't like about the TS100 and such for these press inserts is that they fall asleep in the middle of working. Oh, did my camera? No, my camera didn't die. Okay, I see it moving on my screen again. Yeah, that's another one I just forgot. Pop. Like these are perfect. These are great. It's just those corners. Oh, got this one as well. Got both sides of that. Got this one. That one. I need more desk space. Oh. Oh, I'm out of heat sets. That's the wrong heat set. This is the same one. That's good. I just have. Oh no. All those are done. Let me see. Let me see what else I can do while I wait for this print. M3 by 10 with the MR63 bearing. What did you make this kit over the co-print? I do not have the co-print. I have a bamboo P1S. So I did the multicolor skirt um on that with just a modification for the first couple layers. Um Jerry, if it works, it works. I mean, I don't want to buy a. I'm using a Logitech C920 or something like that for my overhead camera because I don't want to buy a $600 camera just for an overhead camera. those. And I need the somewhere in my box of goodies I have M3x10s. Actually, did I pull them out? I did not. They are in the box. M3x10. Yeah. I tried to use my old camera, but my old camera, the focus on the camera, or my old phone, the focus on the camera on the phone is horrible. So it wouldn't even be better quality than this, and it wouldn't connect over the Windows Connect. I would have used my phone, but that's how I'm reading chat from you guys instead of having to look across the room. Also, this monitor won't connect to my computer for some reason. That's fun. All right, so M3. M3x10. Wait, Armored Turtle or Thunder Keys? Can I put these bearings in now without having an issue with the tool? I'm pretty sure I can. I don't think it's going to interfere, but yes, it's fine. Okay, good. I've just always manhandled them. I was smacking my thumb and my finger with the hammer, and then Thunder said, "Oh yeah, you forgot the tool." That's like 5 layers in. It's one. Yes, you can. I'd rather skip the step and come back to it when I have the tool, because it's an awkward part to hammer against. I guess I could have just went back in the guide to look at the CAD. Yeah, the guide is probably one of the best guides I've seen. Not gonna lie. Especially for like this type of project. Because I've built V2s, or sorry, 2 Tridents, 2 V0s, 2 Mercury 1s. By far the most pleased I've been with the guide. Not they were bad. Well, the Mercury 1, when I first built it, there wasn't really a guide. There was Edge of Tech, or not Edge of Tech, Edge of 3D. I always mix them up. But there's Edge of 3D video, and that's what you got when I first built my Mercury 1s. I was like, why is that stuck? Magnets. No, I can tell a lot of thought went into not just the build process, but the guide as well. Those look good. Do some more magnets. I love magnets. I actually need to post my files for a magnetic hinge for the V0. I saw a door somewhere on Twitter where you could open the door for the V0 from either side or just remove the door, and it was all magnets. And I couldn't find the files. I couldn't find the post. So I just designed it myself. How'd they work? Uh, it actually works pretty well. Um, I need to adjust the files slightly to make the magnets sit a little bit deeper, but I am pleased with the outcome. If I have to wait much longer for the print to finish, I will pull the V0 off the shelf. Wonderful. Let's see the other one. Yeah. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I have some of these magnets, and I'm not worried if I drop them. I was working on the door for it. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Beautiful. Got those four done. Ugh, let me unplug from that. 53%. This just gives me a chance to stand up and stretch. Time to knock everything over, pulling out the V0. Oh gosh. I'm gonna drop everything. So here's my V0. Open it one way. Oh, open it the other way, or just pull off the door. I need to post them. I also need better double-sided tape. I also need to put the door on correctly before trying to show off. Oi. Yeah. There's magnets on either side. I tried a few different designs to get it going, but I found that doubling up on the magnets was the best result. Yeah, the mounting is a little off, so uh, the topper of the V0 kind of hits the door. But I just need to move the actual physical mount of the hinge down. Oh. All right, let's see. All right. More bearings, more screws. Okay, these are M3 by 8s, not 10. I'll probably post those soon. I just haven't had time to clean up the file, post them. I don't use my V0s that often. Not over tightness, it could strip the plastic. I like that design. Little bearings in there. That's cute. $6.48 here in California. Streaming for what, 2 hours, 15 minutes now? Probably a little bit longer. At least get most of the respooler done. And then the next stream will be final assembly and firmware setup, configuration of everything. Is it on top layers yet? I don't want to go past at 7:30. So I would like to eat dinner at a reasonable time. Okay, making sure my mic works. I think these are supposed these lavalier mics are supposed to last like 3 to 5 hours. I haven't really gone longer than 2.5. I could have just looked over at the receiver. So put in 2 little bearings for the filament to ride against. These are going to be 2 M3/8 on either side. My favorite size of screw. I'd pull out the electric screwdriver, but I don't think people would be happy with me. No, you're gonna strip the plastic. Leave about 3.5 millimeters space between the trigger body and the screw head. So yeah, just getting them started. I can measure, or no, if I'm correct, these slide into another part. Oh, that's finished. So I'll do the final assembly then. Yeah, I've actually been really excited for this project since I first saw it, and within minutes of uh I think it was first one I saw was West 3D posting that they had kits for pre-order, and I pre-ordered it. So I've been eagerly awaiting this because, well, I do like my bamboos. I print a lot on my tridents and my SV08. It's almost hammer time. Uh, I'll do the screws on this last one, and then I'll put in the. I'll do the fun part. uh, PTFE fittings. What's the bed at? 81. Okay. I'm not too worried about the part warping because it's going to be used 4 times and then tossed to a side. I printed it in fancy filament because I didn't want to change what's loaded. Okay, beautiful. Now I have a solid place to hammer. Now what I do with the fitting or the yeah, the PTFE fittings? I put them back in the box. Most likely. Yeah, can confirm. You don't need to worry about the bearings. Skipping a step. Oh, knocking stuff over. Push everything away from the edge. I hear things rattling. Oh, I snapped the tool. But the main part of the tool is good. Try not to hit it too hard. I wish I had Nipix right now, but they're probably out in the Good. Or at least something like Nipix. This one little part is not against the edge of the table. There we go. Right, there's one. Ah, box. Here they are. One. Things are getting attached to magnets now. So what's everybody having for dinner tonight? Always going one side too far first. Didn't go in even. I have to reseat it. Oh. The hammer method worked really well for the first part. Actually, let me. I had a little bit of extra squish, and I think that's causing part of the problem. I hammer it like this. Uh, son of a gun. Even with the jig, I'm not getting these in straight, which is slightly frustrating. You can't see it, but I'm using the metal bit of the desk and my hip to force these in. Put my weight into it. And it didn't go even. Ah, there we go. That one went in. The part is intact. Oy, oy, oy. Well, that's two. Actually, will this work? I was testing some build plates and I changed the Z offset in my slicer profile for the bamboo. So I think it's now just a little bit too close. Ow. Oh, I just jammed my thumb into the metal desk. Um, I can't say much about it, but I was testing a new plate and I had to change the offset for this plate. If I was changing from like the bamboo plate to the Easy Flex plate that we sell, I wouldn't have to change anything. But the plates I was testing, um, really close, so close that I have multiple plates that I was testing, so I could I've ruined one. Ah, uh, it's still just one side does not want to go in all the way. Let me see if I can do it between the table and my knee. Trying to use like a little flathead to pry this up on the one side that's going down. Well, with the extruders, I had no problem um just using the like rubberized end of this hammer because this has like a ABS end and a it's harder than TPU, but it's like a rubberized mallet that I was using or that I got with the uh shelving unit. And it worked perfectly. Like I just did a couple whacks and it went in flat. Oh yeah, just after I flattened it out a bit. Last little bit. There we go. That's 3 done? Please say that's 3 done. I don't wanna do this 2 more times. Oh, sorry if I blew in everybody's ear. Built 3 turtles without it. Yeah. And they come up with this idea. Like, "Hey, I coulda used that ages ago." Oh, I forgot the jig. What's left of the jig? Ow! Ow! Yeah, it's all good until my thumb slips and jams into the table. Back to hammer. Yeah, again, it went, like, all the way in on one side. Yeah, these are not coming out, though, so that's good. Once they're in, they're in. Like, there's no reusing this part after you get it in. It is one with plastic. And I, like, find the best way to not break a knuckle. I'm curious to see how Steve and, Daniel get these done, and, Taylor, that creator, whenever he whenever the, postal gods deem him worthy of receiving it, because his kit was shipped as well, but can't Steve use device he's done with this? Oh, I might have missed that. He did do a 5 what was it, almost 6-hour stream? There were a few parts that I walked away and came back to. Yeah, I wish I had a vice. Uh, yeah, that's not gonna work. Looks like I need, some Nippics. Yeah, even I didn't catch the whole. Yeah, that's why I want to end here in the next half hour or 20 minutes or so. Because I like food, and I think my cats would as well. Get through. Honestly, I don't think a 3D printed vice would hold up to the forces you need to get this in. There we go. I just need to hammer more. And what did I lose? I didn't see where it fell or what fell, but I felt something hit my foot. Oh, it was one of these, but I won't need those tonight. Okay, all four are done. This part should be easier. All four are done. Thanks. I hate it. I'm kidding. Ugh. I just wish I had a vice on hand. Um, zoom in for you guys. Let's see something. Because I have the MJF and the 3D printed gears. Okay, so yeah, the 3D printed gear for the tool pops right in. The MJF that's included with the kit does not. But that is an easy fix. Yeah, the ABS shrinkage. I don't have a vice, but I do have files. I don't want to get these gears stuck in the part. I haven't really had any issues with shrinkage before, though. At 0.5%. I can't grab the shaft. Or I can't get a grip on the shaft. Uh-oh. This is what I was hearing. Okay, one suggestion for this, a relief in the back. I don't know if it's already there. So there is a hole, but you can't stick anything. I don't have anything small enough. Yeah, it's a pinhole. And I don't have said pin. Like enough for it's for air to escape. Use a drill to make it bigger. Actually, good call. Good call. Thank you. I literally had the drill right next to me. Then yeah, ABS. I had some ABS shrinkage then. Uh, yeah, this is why I didn't want to stream for too long because now my brain is slowing down from working all day. Ugh. Do I have? There's this one. How does this suck so hard? There we go. Ugh. File it ever so slightly. You have glue? Um, I do somewhere. Do I need glue for this part? Yeah, I noticed that when I popped it out, it just slid right out. Um, hmm. Yeah, because with the MJF gears, I can I can just slide it every which way. It's tight. Yeah, way too loose. They must not spin on the shaft. All right. If so, I don't have glue in here, but I'll grab some. Will be corrected in the future. All right. I'll at least put these on so they're all. Oh yeah, like that's way too loose because the gears are actually this is going to be pulling the filament with any uh what's it called, with the weight of the spool. It's just going to free spin. But I think that might be the place to call it tonight. The printed gears are honestly fine. Yeah, I have the printed gears too. It's just I haven't eaten all day, and it's now brain hurty. Yeah. No, I have some super glue somewhere in the other room that I can glue the MJF in place. Let's see what else I have to do here. So put the spacer on. Then we're going to move on to the respooler motors, LEDs. Quality folder. Yeah, reprint the gear at 105%. I want to do that on the bamboo as well because that has my other printers have that aren't printing right now have point 0.6 nozzles. So it'd be even. Yeah, not the gear, the actual tool. I know what you're saying. Just seeing what else I have to do. Sanity check. Yeah, I've been streaming for 3 hours now after working all day. I am ready for dinner. I can just put those on. That's one thing I'll do. I will put on my fancy LDO rubber wheels. Oh, I like that. One less thing I have to do later. Overall, I'm really happy with the kit. My only, I mean, Daniel was talking about it earlier. He gets food in the middle of his streams because he'll get a little hangry. Yeah, the only real frustrations I've had were the couplers, but I understand why it's so tight and the tolerances because you really don't want those coming out. Because especially if you're doing like a 30-hour plus print and you just walk away, it's going to be a really fun time respooling a full motor or a full spool that's been pushed into the bottom of your box turtle. I drop a. I did drop a rubber. Oh, let me put my V0 back. Oh, yeah. Move this over. Yeah, I'll reprint a few parts, play with the tolerances to get it a bit better. Glue in the, make sure I have glue for the next stream so I can glue in the gears so they don't move around. Uh, Turtleneck will be a quick one. Oh yeah, that will be nothing. Nick. That's. Oh, this is gonna look so good once it's done. I am super pleased with how this came out. But I think I'm gonna call it for the night. Go hang out with my cats, get some food for me, get some food for them. Uh, and then today, Wednesday, maybe Friday, because we're doing a hangout stream. I'll be doing good part of the finishing touches for it. Looking over the guide, see if there's anything else I'm gonna miss. Final. I need to finish the main kit itself, and then the Bella Atrix, the filament cutter, which is essentially just a stealth burner with 5 extra steps. But that should be fun. No, I'm pretty happy with the build so far. I am just tired and my body hurts because I'm old. But I hope everybody has a good evening and happy printing. I'm getting food. Adios.